off to Sunderland this weekend. It's a long old poke up to a place that you know pretty well.
Yeah, I had 5 good years there and quite a successful period. Obviously transitioning from Roker Park to the Stadium of Light, which is our new home at the moment, and it was just a good period. Thoroughly enjoyed that time in my career.
Obviously, you probably got used to a lot of travelling during your time there. I'm sure every single journey was a long one. And what are you like on long journeys? Do you kind of enjoy the ceremony of it? Are you like some of the players who just sleeps on the bus?
Yeah.
How do you enjoy it?
I pretty much fell asleep more or less every journey I was on. Even now, I managed to get an hour's pensioner's nap. So listen, I think it's one of the things you learn as a footballer, particularly if you're based in the North East. Every couple of weeks you're traipsing up and down the country, and it's quite similar because we're quite far down south. So it's just a thing you actually get used to, and everybody has a different preparation. Some of them play cards. I later got a wee sleep.
I think obviously the players too, you know, I mean, some will deal with it in different ways to others and stuff, you know. It's a little bit of time away together though, isn't it? It becomes a little camp, doesn't it? Even if it's just a Saturday game, it's still a little bit of time in each other's pocket, isn't it?
Yeah, without doubt. And I think there's obviously 2 buses because of the nature. It's such a long journey, and everybody will have the relevant space. A lot of these guys listen to their music and iPads and things. We were lucky to just get one old VHS video back in the day, so they're quite fortunate in that respect.
You spent, as you mentioned, 5 years there with that mad playoff final in '98, which followed up by that, well, what was a record 105 points the following year, and yeah, it must have been very special.
Yeah, it was great. Obviously, my first year was disappointing. We got relegated in 41 points, which in modern times would have kept you in the division. So that was a disappointment. We had the playoff setback the following year, but the third year we managed to get 105. I think a couple of years later, Reading surpassed that. So they must have gone some to break that record, and then we had a couple of good years where we just missed out in Europe. And it was a great time. It was. I often speak about different periods at different clubs. Sunderland was without doubt one of the better ones.
And I guess you make sort of friends along the way, roommates, etc. They're lifelong friends as well. What you sort of with the people you sort of.
Yeah, I've actually got a clan coming down from Scotland. They'll be coming down with their kilts and all that on. And but there's a lady in the tea room called Audrey. She serves in the players' lounge, and she was there when I joined. She'd been there for years. She's still there now. So it's a lady that's given maybe 40, 50 years service to the football club. I can't wait to see her. And my wife's coming down, and she was kind of saying, "Is Audrey still working in the players' lounge?" So we all want to see her, and then I can introduce my kids who are now 21 that she hasn't had a chance to meet.
Obviously, you mentioned as well. Transition to the Stadium of Light, they've always made it a pretty tough place to go in the sense that they've got this big new stadium that's they pack out every week and stuff, passionate crowd, proper one club city as well. It's they don't make it easy for you,
No, and listen, they're actually in a good moment. They've got a lot of good youthful players. They gave Fulham a good game last night. So listen, we have to be on our game as well, and try and be as creative as we can, be as aggressive. The one thing that about, as you mentioned, the North East is the fans are very passionate and they become a real focal point, but we have to try and quieten them.
So you touch on the fact that they can play a bit, can't they? So Mowbray's got them going, haven't they?
Yeah, without doubt. We obviously played them earlier on the season and they did a very good result against us, so we're obviously going to go there and try and be a better counter what we did on that night. We're doing okay. We're positives from last weekend, coming back from 2 down. And we'll get 1 or 2 back as well now.
Absolutely. You mentioned the thing is, as much as I'm talking about all this, they've actually, a lot of teams have gone there and got something. I think most they've lost as many as they've won at home. Teams have got draws with, there's something to be had there this weekend. Well,
listen, if you look at their actual form, it's been a bit of a mixed bag, as you rightly said. So, we have to go there and try and be as positive as we can. We go in every game and try and get something from that game, and we'll be doing the same at the weekend.
And that's actually touched on it as well, coming off the back of that draw we had last weekend, having been 2 goals down, I'm sure the team's in a bit of hopefully feeling a bit like on the up again.
Yeah, listen, one of the things we can say, our home form's been really good. If anything, we need to improve our away form. Listen, it starts with tomorrow. The games are coming thick and fast as well. We've got a 3-game week as well. So, it's obviously kind of been mindful of trying to take as many points within that little block as possible.
That's what obviously, as much as we talk about their home fans and their passion, we've got nearly 1,000 fans coming up, to sort of, what is it, a 6-hour journey up the road?
It's incredible.
It's a fair effort, and I'm sure those, as you said, the away fans probably haven't got quite as many points to celebrate as they wanted this season, but let's give it a go and say.
Well, listen, one of the ones that springs to mind was when we were away at Norwich, over in that far corner there, it was really vocal. it does make a difference because you can hear them. Obviously at Manchester a couple of weeks ago as well, they came in their numbers. So the one great thing about it is they get behind us, we're on the road as well. So listen, we're all going there together trying to get a positive result.
Oh my God, it was incredible. It was incredible.